Ladies and gentlemen, the 9th year anniversary update is here, and despite the patch notes being a little lame, things were actually a lot better than they seem. So let's dive right into it, starting off with, first up, the confetti is back, boys! Yeah! So they brought back the confetti, they heard our pleas, they saw me crying in that video. The confetti, we never regret it. I love the confetti. I'll dick ride the confetti until I get pregnant. It's so cool. It's such a small thing, but it's the little things that matter in a game that's been going this long. And it just looks so gorgeous, man. They should have had this up a week ago, 2 weeks ago, man. It's so good. It's so good. So yeah, I'm really happy to see the confetti there. Very, very nice stuff. That's cool. Now, as far as the characters go, for my first impressions, Sentry is amazing. Now, we did the day 1 tier 4. I'll have a video on that later. But all you need to know is Sentry is insane. He probably is going to seem a little bit worse than Silver Surfer at 70 or maybe 80. I think that is going to be sort of maybe the deal breaker for some players who can't take him to tier 4. He does gain a lot from his tier 4 as far as the stats go. He does gain a lot of defenses, a lot of tankiness, but he's already very tanky at level 80 and at tier 4, tier 3, level 70 before he goes to tier 4. But yeah, getting him to tier 4 definitely helps. Very, very strong character, very fun to play. Just overall really gorgeous, and you just never get tired of watching that 5th skill, the Void Awakens. You just never get tired of that, whether it's PvE or PvP. It's just so awesome. They really did a good job, and he also has one of the coolest tier 3 animations in the game now, getting shot up by AIM agents, just absolutely tanking it, and then he just murders them all. And then classic Homelander style, he eliminates the witnesses and all the evidence, right? So really, really cool. They definitely knocked it out of the park with this one. Also, his uniform costs black antimatter to rank up, the 1 to 6 rank black antimatter. So no surprises here, no surprise CCF cost or anything crazy like that. Very tame in terms of the costs, very similar in costs to native tier 2 uniforms. So that's a very pleasant, welcome surprise. And I'll cover it more in the dedicated video on Sentry, but also his rank up costs are not that bad either. You can use Life Seed and CCF, and it costs you very little overall to get him from level 70 to level 80. So I'm really happy with Sentry. I think they really did a good job here, and they certainly made his costs achievable for the majority of players with just, a couple months of grinding. Then Thor. I'm actually going to talk about Thor next because I was really happy. I was really happy with his performance. I was surprised. I took on stage 60 of Gene. And remember that screenshot where I did it with 5 seconds left? He comfortably cruised through with the exact same build with over a minute left. That, to me, is a large increase in his damage. Now, I don't know if it was a lucky run. I did tweak my swords a little bit since that run there. I did get my last sword up to max rank, so I did gain a little bit of attack, like 2.5%. I don't really think 2.5% is going to account for that big of a leap, but I will do a dedicated video testing him versus his old Love and Thunder uniform. But he's certainly a little bit easier to play now. I think he's still a little bit clunky, but I think he's a little bit easier to play. And I wanted to share with you guys just briefly here an alternative rotation if you wanted to do something proc friendly, because generally speaking, the rotation that they suggest to you is 5 delay for him to throw up the hammer. There it is. And then 4 for the 4 zigzags, and then 3. But as you can see there, you only get about 40 hits. You get about 40 and then 40, because when you can't, at the end of the 4th skill, you can see there, that's about 40 hits. And then you cancel that into 3, and then you get another 40 hits. So you do get about 100 hits, but it resets the chain hit counter from 60 down back to 0, and then counts back up to 40. So that's one rotation you can absolutely do. You can absolutely do that rotation there. The other rotation that you could do is you could do 5 delay, 3 cancel, 4. And this way you do not get those extra hits, so you do miss out on those hits, but that does make him proc friendly. So one more time, you could do 3, 5, and then 4. But I believe 5, 3, and then 4 might be fewer wind-up hits. 5, and then 3, 4. There are a few hits at the beginning which can proc your energy or whatever you're using, which is a little bit unfortunate. There's a few hits at the beginning. You have to wait. If you cancel 5 right away, it's not going to work, and I can show you right here. If you cancel 5 right away, you don't get those hits at all from 5, those delayed hits. So then you're just working with the fourth skill, and it's kind of disappointing. But yeah, not the most proc friendly. I would probably give him like a 6 or a 7 out of 10 for proc friendliness, but certainly not bad. Speaking of bad, Hulk. This one's a bit of an awkward one. I already have him at tier 4, so there's no level 80 testing and things like that. I don't know how good he is there. He looks really good. The videos and sort of promo material didn't do him justice. He's got this like really cool shine that you can see as you rotate the camera. Really, really nice. I mean, the character model is gorgeous. The skills are gorgeous. That much they did very, very well. But then you take a deeper look at Hulk and you realize he has one iframe skill. You don't even really have an iframe on his first skill. He really has one iframe skill, and his third, fourth, and fifth skills have no iframe. They do all have super guard break, which is super nice, but no iframe, which means he's very easily countered by reflect characters. Very easily, unless he one-shots them, which he can with Titanic Lava. But if he doesn't one-shot them, even with over 229,000 HP as I have, yeah, you basically die because he kills himself to reflect. So it's pretty unfortunate. It may mean that he needs a very specific build for PvP, whereas before you could use an egg, you could use a regen, you could use all these different options. He may strictly need either a greed or a conquest. I'm leaning towards conquest, but have to do a lot more testing. But for right now, I think people are going to be a little bit disappointed with Hulk because of this. And yeah, it kind of sucks. However, on the PvE side of things, I think he's actually much improved. Much improved. We did a little bit of brief testing with Gore, but just to show you guys the practice combo here real quick, you do 3 cancel 4 cancel 5, and that's it. You just do 3 4 5. You don't have to delay anything, and you just rock it. And you can see there he gets up to about 120, 130 hits when his fourth skill runs out. So because his fifth skill is obviously infinite, so that's gonna go on forever. But just to clarify here, if I walk this guy up against the wall or much closer to the wall, because you will lose targeting in the practice area and it will reset the hit counter. The fifth skill is for sure an infinite ability, but if you count 3 4 5, the fourth skill drops these orbs on the ground. So when they stop, which is right around 120 hits, that's your combo. So really, really nice, really smooth combo, very easy to play. I would say that for those of you lucky enough to have like a double HP proc obelisk, Hulk might be really fun to play for PvE content. He might hit really hard as well. I think he's going to be pretty good. I have to test that myself, but he's certainly going to be very fun to play, very gorgeous animations. But yeah, bit of a letdown right now for PvP because of how hard Silver Surfer counters him. And finally, AntiMan. My first impressions are he's terrible. Yeah, it really goes, from Sentry to AntiMan, it's like night and day. I don't know what happened with AntiMan. I think they maybe goofed up the numbers here. They should go back and check them out, but they're really bad. His damage is very, very low, and I thought, okay, maybe he's just supposed to be listed as a leader, but no, he's listed as a dealer for all content. So, yeah, I don't really know what to say about that. I think the devs need to go back and tweak some numbers. His damage is very low. I know that he needs to get hit. It's accumulation based on damage received. But I even tried him against Mephisto, and he was very slow. And it was only 59 of Mephisto with a 200 proc obelisk. With my build and my cards and all these things, he should have easily cruised through that stage. And he was struggling. With a rank 200 AntiMan, that really shouldn't happen. So I'm kind of disappointed, and I'm sure a lot of people are disappointed. His leadership, obviously, amazing, but I think they need to tweak his damage a little bit. Haven't tested him in PvP. He does have super guard break and an iframe ignore skill. We'll have to see. Maybe PvP is really his bag. Maybe this is a nearly full PvP update. But yeah, those are my first impressions for the characters. Mixed bag, but overall I think it's good, and I'm pleasantly surprised about Thor. And we'll see. Things will cook for Hulk coming up soon here. In addition to this, a couple of big pieces of news that you guys need to know here. The Cosmic Core was reset. So they released this special notice here detailing what happened. So they acknowledged that they made a mistake and there was rewards missing from the Cosmic Core. So they are basically extending the Cosmic Core by 1 day, and they're resetting the Cosmic Core for everyone. So what this means is that if you had a reward, it's gone. And then when you open the Cosmic Core again, you're just going to have to search for a new reward. Now, that is obviously punitive, and that sucks for people who had rolled a CTP on their first try. If you spent any crystals re-rolling rewards, you will be refunded. So it says right here, refund of crystals consumed to change the final reward. So anybody who re-rolled with crystals to change their reward fishing for a CTP, you're going to get that refunded. But they're not going to be able to compensate you for the CTP that you lost specifically. However, in order to apologize, they're giving everyone in the game a free CTP. That's huge. That's awesome. Obviously, it sucks for the people that were lucky enough to roll for free or otherwise a good CTP, like a Rage or an Energy or an Insight. But for everybody else that rolled a shit CTP, or for everybody else that didn't roll a CTP like me, you just get a free CTP, which is awesome. So all you have to do is go to your inbox tab, go over to the notice, and then you'll scroll down and you'll see it there. It says, sorry for the inconvenience, and then it talks about making the game better. This is a 3-day expiry, so make sure that you collect it. It's going to expire in 3 days, so make sure you collect it before then. Get your free CTP, bada bing, bada boom. Hey, and I got an authority. Cool. Very, very nice there. So yeah, I love the compensation. Obviously, it sucks for the people that had rolled a CTP, but at the same time, we sort of knew this was going to happen because they had to do something about the Cosmic Core, right? It was goofed. Yeah, but now all of the rewards are here. 10 million gold, tier 4 materials, and you'll be pleasantly surprised that the chance is 5%. So this is really, really nice. So 5% for everything, and then 0.5 for all of the CTPs. Really, really good stuff. I really wish this would be the Cosmic Core from now on, because I absolutely love these rewards. But yeah, we'll have to wait and see. For those of you wondering how to proceed with the Cosmic Core, just a little piece of advice here. What I do is I just farm all of my content. I farm as much of the energy as possible, you know, doing my 2 world events for the 50 energy each, etc., doing all the Shadowland stages, 1 character at a time, etc. And then I just bank up like 6,000 or 7,000 energy, and as the days go by, I just change the reward for free when it comes up every 24 hours. I change the reward until it is something that I am happy with. And I basically just keep going that way until I get something nice. It's up to you, but I basically don't start spending the cosmic energy until there's like 2 or 3 days left. Because even if there's 1 day left, what you can do if you got no good rewards is you can just claim your reward and then refresh with 75 crystals and claim the next reward. I know that costs you a bit of crystals, but it just allows you to see more possible rewards, which gives you more potential to get something really good like tier 4 materials, gold, CTP, something like that, rather than only getting bad rewards. So that's just my piece of advice. You don't have to play Cosmic Core that way, but that is how I do it, and that's how I'll be treating this one because I don't really care about the uniform upgrade ticket. So as soon as the daily reset happens, I'll be re-rolling it, and then depending on what I get, obviously if you get a good reward right away, then you want to farm up really fast because you don't want to let more than 1 day go by, more than basically 47 hours go by. Because let's say, for example, this was a CTP of energy. I want that CTP of energy, but I don't have enough energy right now. I have 226. I need to farm up enough to claim that energy CTP before the next daily reset. Because at the daily reset, it's going to give me a free reroll. And if I wait another 24 hours, it's going to replace my free reroll with another free reroll. So you would lose that free reroll that gets replaced if you don't claim your final reward before the next reset. Hopefully that makes sense. But basically, you have 47 hours from when you find a good Cosmic Cube reward to claim it. Otherwise, you start losing free rerolls. So hopefully that helps you guys out. And then yeah, that's basically it. There is there's a lot of other stuff I should say. There's a bit more important stuff to talk about, but we'll leave it for a separate video so this one doesn't drag on too long. There's some interesting sales in the shop. I shouldn't say crazy. There's some interesting sales in the shop. I would take a look at it. But there is quite a bit cooking on the horizon, wink wink, for the Marvel Future Fighters out there. Oh, and also there's going to be another token event. Yes. The never-ending 9-year anniversary event. Yeah, even more tokens, baby. It's awesome. So keep it locked on the channel. Play Marvel Future Fight, man. It's so good. Such a good time to be playing the game right now. It feels like 2021 all over again, minus the, the boycott bullshit. Just really powerful, really strong characters, accessible, and super dope, rewards and events. So yeah, thanks so much for watching. Smash the like button if you enjoyed the content, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.